Tanya and I am the founder of the Denver Homeless Ministry. I started it almost 10 years ago by just sitting outside talking to people when I moved to Denver, and I didn't know they were homeless. I just thought I was talking to random people, but I didn't know they were homeless. They just became like my friends, and we talk about everything. And then several of my friends were like, we want to do this homeless ministry that you're doing. Like, I don't do a homeless ministry. Well, can we make sandwiches and bring them out? I'm like, sure. So we started doing that, and then the first guy that I took out was a seminarian, and he had some of his seminarian friends in town, and he said, will you lead us out on a homeless ministry? And we met a guy named King David, and that's what he called us, that was his street name. And as we were talking to him, he said, what's that ring you have on? And I had a Pure by Choice, which is a little fishy ring, and I had on because I had taken a youth group to a Pure by Choice conference. And he said, let me try it on. And I was like, it's not gonna fit, it's on my pinky. And he put it on and couldn't get it off. And he goes, here, you put mine on. I've had this ring on 10 years. It will not come off. So I call it my homeless ministry ring. And I've seen the guy only once since, and he goes, oh, we're married. No, we're not, but it doesn't come off. So it reminds me of what I'm doing when I'm out there. And with these guys, with the seminarians, they went on to do more stuff with homeless ministry through the seminary. I was doing a conference, volunteering at a conference in LA. I got to introduce speakers, and then, you know, I had plenty of spare time, and there's like 200 booths. So I was walking around looking at the booths, and I walked up, and there was a travel agent there, and I was looking through the brochures, and he asked what I was looking for, what I was interested in, and I said, well, I tried to take somebody from the streets of Denver that I've met to Rome, and I don't want to keep walking in the Sistine Chapel going, oh, it's the Sistine Chapel again. I want to be excited about what I'm doing too, and I want them to experience everything like I experienced it for the first time. And he said, I really like what you're doing. He goes, what have you picked up so far? And I go, airfare, because it was last February. And I go, I've got enough money raised for airfare. And he said, what else do you need? Well, everything. Eventually we'll get it. And so he said, well, we'll pick up the hotel cost. And I'm like, really? And this happens to be Scott. And he said, yes. And I go, you sure you don't want to run this by somebody like your boss before I plaster it all over Facebook? And he said, I am a boss. And he picked up our cost. And then he jumped in and added tours. And he added a hotel stay when we came through Finland. And he added a taxi back and a night out dinner, plus our first night in town dinner. It's like phenomenal. All this stuff is what I usually raise funds for. It was beautiful. He said, we're covering you next year. I had a dream about taking a homeless person to Rome, and I woke up in the morning and I'm like, Lord, this dream is from you. It's not happening because I'm not doing it. But if you want to lay it on somebody else's heart, I will help. I will help with the marketing, whatever else you want. For 6 months, every night, I had the same dream. And I woke up in the morning though after 6 months, and the Lord laid Glitter Bear on my heart. And I was like, I can take Glitter Bear. I'm excited. I can go to Rome because Glitter Bear is one of my favorite people on the street. She's no longer on the street at all. But I just fell in love with her, and I've known her for 10 years on the street. She's been out there 14 years. 3 weeks before we went, she got housing. 2 days after we got back, she got full custody of both of her children. She's a working mom now, and this year she bought a car. Her whole life changed just because she got to see, like Shyla said, a different part of the world. It just opened her eyes to something she didn't know existed, or that she could possibly do. So I think that's why Rome. And every year, that's what we'll just do until he tells me different. People like Shyla and Glitter Bear, they're no different than me. We have the same wants, needs, and desires. We're all the same, just different. We all have the same wants, needs, desires. And if the Lord keeps putting them, like he kept placing Shyla in my heart, boom. And on the street, there was Shyla, there was Shyla, there was Shyla. So the Lord picks the people that go to Rome.